Well done.
Ah!
There's that same foul smell that the monster at Bronte's bolt gave off.
Could it be that there's a path to their burrow underneath this dreadwinter tree?
Let's go meet Ganzorig and send word by Hawk. We have to keep moving trying to fix a problem. You must seek out the root of the problem.
Alright, let's go meet Ganzorig.
Let us also see to Sethra's vase of living souls.
There, there, good bird. By Windknow's grace, please spread word. There is grave danger in the Highlands. Thank you. We welcome you as one of our own.
If I find kinship among the Highland people, will I find salvation from the mess that I'm in?
Look, all of the vases of living souls are breathing.
I can't believe we're already at the final trial. Huh? What do you mean, why did it take so long? The sixth witch is Kahel, the Witch of Distortion. A crown of colorful fingers bears the blood of the dragon, but no mouth to consume it. The mouth that can devour the darkest abyss was far too much for this world to bear, so it was locked away in a dark, deserted mountain to keep out of reach. The warrior of winter seeking to overcome the last witch's trial must find that mouth. If the mouth cannot be found, a void that the mouth cannot consume will overtake all.
Locked up in a dark, empty mountain so that none may approach.
It's probably referring to the Forbidden Black Mountains, the old
Ganzorig, how do you know all that when you—
Great wings can carry the hawk abets great distances. Powerful legs can propel the leopard abets great distances. And with this power, they can surmount the mountain of eternal winter. On the other hand, fox abets are skilled with their hands and are good at calculating. And deer abets are friendly and inviting, befriending all throughout the land. They can embrace every bit of the Highlands. The abets aren't the only ones who've come to the Highlands. The connections I've made keep me well informed.
I didn't know fox abets were good at calculating. So, then as a fox, there's no way you forgot about Prince Bahan's request.
Oh, you're right! How do you remember these things that have nothing to do with you?
I anticipated you'd forget. Don't make me regret joining you, and get moving. I will find a way to get inside the den of the barbarians. Why don't you keep close to that fox so that he doesn't wander off?
Lando, as a representative of the abets, has to offer prayers of gratitude to the living souls before he leaves. Though the Khan is absent, it's still fox rule. Since you—
I will be done in a jiffy. So, see you at camp back. Ha! If I'd sent him alone, I imagine it would have taken some time. With you around, things seem to be somewhat expedited. Then, let's see. This is Gardaka's code. Wait, is this all? Was there nothing else? Some small piece of iron? I see. This is why Mother said my older brother doesn't have the key. In secrecy, she loved her twin, and that love bore children. The oldest among them.
Your Majesty!
Atui, what else was on my schedule for today?
You're scheduled to make a visit to Maslan's Eula's citron orchard.
The owner of the Eula's orchard is your run-of-the-mill abbess. I'll surely draw the eyes of the Papus, who will no doubt spread word of my visit.
Your Majesty, it's a risk you must take. You must cover up your secret with some commotion.
Indeed. I've had quite enough. Oh, and Atui.
Yes. This is Valerito's tow and rescue.
The barbarians. They were headed to the Sherikon iron mine, but took a wrong path and wound up at the snowy mountain instead.
That token was given to him as the promise of an unconditional invitation. Once Valerito ceased wandering and established a nation.
A nation for a barbarian. A man with lofty ambitions, I see. Anyway, no good could have come from our military authorities getting involved with the barbarians. It would have been a precarious situation to manage. Can you give this to that fox, the Khan's heir? He should use it wisely. A leader must keep his fingers on the pulse of the people, and as blood of the Khan runs through him, he will become a leader in his own right. Oh, I don't mean to equate the barbarians to Elton. It's a small gift merely given out of concern, since he still acts like a child. But I was a bit curious about something. Who is that man in rags who follows you? He's a poor old beggar. Well. meant to meet up with you right away, but the sky got all dark like it was going to rain, and when I looked up, whoosh! Our emotional cactus was bareback on a baby black dragon, headed toward the abandoned iron mine. I have no idea why he's throwing himself right into the barbarian's den. I took off after him as soon as I spotted him, but he was way too fast. No small feat against an ex-member of the fleeing Fox Squad.
Are you the one? Hello. I'm Kaspara, the chief priestess at the Shrine of Silent Prayers. It's my fault. I was speaking of the history of these lands, as I usually do, to the people offering their prayers to lost souls. When a man asked why barbarians were gathered at the abandoned iron mine, I told him that they've long sought to claim the dragon's power.
You heard what the priestess said, right? Oh, Grumpy's not expecting to just rush in and be greeted by the barbarians with open arms, is he? Huh? But oh, how great it is to be Prince! Where is everyone?
Come, everyone! Look at this guy, full of gusto!
What the heck? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think this is the reaction we were hoping for from this guy.
This should be easy. You, where is Dayan, the one called a perfect being?
What are you doing here? Get the hell out of my sight! Ha! What an entrance! A true showman! But there are only two types of people who come here. The brave-faced ones secretly quivering in their boots, and the ones covered in snot and tears, helpless to escape. Hey! How about we play the part of wealthy Kelpion noble?
I won't take anything offered by a barbarian. Just answer my question.
What a man!
Is this a normal conversation? Can't tell if he's really enjoying himself or being sarcastic.
Okay. Dayan, that bastard. That little bastard deserves to be sold to the Ahibs and fed to the gargoyles. The first head, Valerito, came here to find Markthanon about 100 years ago, when the great battle between the Sherikans and dragons had come to an end. We promised him wings in return for the land of the Sherikans' descendants. He promised us reign over the land by burning Dregan. And just like that, for 100 years, we built the Barbarians' Tower out of pure black stones here at this abandoned mine.
Barbarian's Tower? Did you name it that because you're barbarians? Look, you should know. Most people use the term barbarian as an insult. Are you trying to, like, take that word back? Make it cool again?
Shut your maw or I will shred it to pieces! That tower was the only source of power that could lift the curse put on Markthanon by the witch.
The witch's curse? Hell, it might have something to do with the mouth we're looking for.
Right. We have no idea what it's called, but it sure is a terrifying mouth. Bugs crawling all over the inside of it, like a creepy tunnel. The bugs that poured out from that mouth devoured Markthanon's body whole. But the pure black stones had the power to seal up that mouth. The taller the tower, the closer we were to liberation. We needed someone to keep record of this historic moment.
And that person was Dayan.
Yes, He came to us on his own, saying
He must have appeared as Providence for those of you seeking to shed yourself of the barbarian vestments.
Dayan, that bastard up to no gooder. He blew up the barbarian's tower that we toiled over for 100 years!
How come? It was an opportunity to awaken Markthanon again. Could it be because he wanted to become the hero of Dregan or something?
No. The barbarian's tower...
So basically we've reached a dead end. Dayan is gone. We have no means of getting a clue about the trial. Let's just go.
But there must be some hint about the trial buried somewhere around here.
This is where the Tower of Pure Black Stones exploded. Who knows what changes that might have brought. Beware.
What? You're leaving just like that?
I think that barbarian Alvaro is in the best of moods. Actually, they're all kind of looking at us like we're on tonight's menu.
They daren't give chase so long as my companion's beside us. Let us return to WuKung. Back on the previous trials, we may find a clue within the records of the humans who once resided in the region. This is the land of the Sherakans, ancestors of Dregan.
How about heading to the Black Lake encampment instead of WuKung? The chief said that place, wait, the people over there.
They bear the same shackles as the people from the inn in Ailton. They might be those who are unable to escape with them.
You're from Ailton, right? Thank goodness. You've come to rescue us, right?
Yes. The village ruled by a wise white fox. Those who escaped first promised to come save us.
I'm truly sorry, but we're in the middle of the den of the barbarians. We never promised such a thing, nor did we come for that matter.
But you want us to just leave them here?
We can't save everyone. A leader understands that some sacrifices must be made for the sake of all, though your heart may be racked with pain.
I understand. Then please, I ask only one thing. I drew a map in secret so that I might flee this place.
A map that would take us through this mine while avoiding the eyes of the barbarians. But I was found out, and my map was taken from me before I could do anything. Please, just retrieve that map for me. We'll deal with the rest, please.
You just need to steal the key from their chief priest. Actually, these barbarians, their senses have been a bit dull ever since the day of the explosion.
All right, you get your mitts on that key. I noticed they like swaying to funky rhythms, so I'll teach them how it's done.
That sly fox.
They'll even budge a little when we whistle loudly.
could have cost me that night.
This is how you get down with your bad self. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Why is the box so big? Where's the...
That...
I'm so
Hey,
Damn it. You look like you've got what it takes to get us back our stolen kingdom.
Hello? Anybody there?
Shut your mouth.
You're late. I brought the fox, despite my better judgment.
How could you say that? I thought we had great chemistry. Anyway, it's good to see you again. Why don't we head out? I'll lead the way.
It seems your stature and your conscience...
I was absolutely certain this is the way out, but why is it blocked? Guys, it's definitely the exit. I can smell it.
Mach-Phenon?
It's a dragon! They've arrived. What do you think, Mach-Phenon? They are the ones who will give you a new lease on life. We've been awaiting your arrival for some time. Mach-Phenon belongs to me now.
You're not human. What are you?
I am the Chaos of Origin.
What are you doing here?
I was offering my aid to the dying Mach-Phenon, just as I once gave my aid to Labreska. What poor souls. Labreska, who devoured the hearts of her own kind. The 7 witches who sowed their own ruin. The humans who were taught their wisdom and became dragon slayers after being covered in the blood of Mach-Phenon's daughter. Oh, it seems like you still have some energy left. It's the same. Exactly the same as back then. She would gather all the strength she could muster to resist my whispers of... Silverthorn will never return. He has abandoned you. Where in the world did she get such strength? It is indeed a wonder. But now you, with a vessel like you, I could do anything.
Were you the one who poisoned the oak pit? Why are you even doing this?
It's been some time since I parted ways with Labreska. But little seems to have changed. This land seems untouched by time. It's just too boring here. The peace was unnerving. It needed a little chaos. So I gave it some serious consideration. How could I spice things up? Then, something caught my interest. Towers flooded with magical power and a sealed abyssal flame. Poor souls. But then, dragons always are. Imagine the flame I've been longing to find, blossomed from the grave. Anyway, seals are meant to be.
That's why you blew up the barbarian's tower.
Yes, I kind of like you. Pick one. If you can't come to a consensus, all of you will die and be doomed.
Pick one, he said. Wake up. Completely passed out. All right. This moment's come faster than anticipated. Did you think us working together made us comrades? Laughable. Did you completely forget the nature of our relationship? And worse, did you completely forget how you ruined my life? Would purging this mark truly cleanse my soul? Impossible. Calpheon will always be the schism that divides us. I believe you will have to be the sacrifice for my trial. I have no such thing as comrades. It has always been, and will continue to be that way! Only once you cease to exist, can I be free.
Hey, what you guys doing over there? Hmm? Oh, my noggin. I was abandoned here. All alone beneath this fearsome dragon's eye. And the two of you are doing gods know what. What's with that fighting stance? And why is the scary one kneeling?
If your life is at stake, I shall...
The two of you are doing gods know what.
There is no bliss-filled future for the two of us. Jordine, when I said I care not what form it was simply bait to beguile you. You traitor.
If your life is at stake, I shall let myself be bound. And yet I beseech you, at least let your feelings be...
Hmm? What's going on here? Are your deepest doubts coming to life? Well, okay, hear me out then. They say certain aromas can induce nostalgia. Roig Mills gave this to me over at Awena's Tale.
Some perfume handcrafted by Lady Jarette herself. With some luck, it'll spark some fond memory in Grumpy Pants as well.
The scent from that early morn. Sunflowers. That was but an illusion.
My father always said, saying I love you is like making a wish upon a shooting star. To witness a falling star while, at the same moment, also being with the one you love. Can you imagine the odds of making that happen? He said if that ever occurred, you best stick with each other for the rest of your lives. You spoke of love. Love never betrays, so don't you worry.
Regardless, I extend my thanks. I guess it can be useful. No. Why were you hiding that until now? What are you playing at?
I swear I just forgot about it. But you can bet I won't forget this moment. You'll never live this one down.
My deepest doubts came to life, you said. What illusion did you see? Speak, now! Dead, it seems. What was it?
The Black Spirit of Origin. Another fragment of chaos that was absorbed by the Breska to grant her new life.
Did we take its life?
No, you did not. However, you have spared mine. Annoying mouth of Gael. I am finally free.
Why would you give this to us?
I detest humans. However, I pay my debts in full. Perhaps there once was a time we could have coexisted together.
I saw records. Dragon hunting Shere Khan covered in dragon's blood due to an unintended accident. Could it be?
That they disguise murder as an accident. Humans are loathsome creatures. That's...
They were dragons. They had tails and all. Yet... WuKung! Your body! Your skin! Ah! Has the hex fallen on us as well?
Listen closely. These are not people that we have slain, understand? We've only slain dragons. Besides, no one else shall know. For we are covered in dragon blood, and I have received a blessing from this blood. Understand? The truth of this history will be written by us.
How unfortunate. Anything else to share?
Despair, lingering in the wake of Labrysca's death, has brought forth in this world an entirely new form of despair. Guard yourself.
I need to report this to Duvenkroon and Ailton immediately. To think that you've returned from the labyrinth unscathed. This here is the Black Lake encampment. We set up camp here to keep an eye on Markthanon. But apparently, that wasn't the real issue. Many mercenaries have entered the mines, but they've all returned enthralled by some unknown hallucination.
One of Marnie's creations, I see. Is Marnie also taking part in the Iron Mine investigations?
He is, and yet I've never seen him appear in this area. You'll probably find him hiding out in Tory Woods. He usually just sends one of his machines to communicate with us. I've just about had all I can take of him. He mastered Marnie speak ages ago, as a young boy, actually. Apparently Marnie has quite the cult following. Care to go stretch your legs a bit and see what's been going on inside?
Fine. In return, make sure you come up with a better plan to keep Serendia's relationship with Dregan sound. Since you've overcome the trials of the Six Witches, all that's left is to ascend the Mountain of Eternal Winter itself. I watched over this fox in the Murawak's labyrinth. So now it's your turn while I go get some exercise. At least show some gratitude.
Oh, thanks to that loon of a scientist, we've discovered the very cause of these hallucinations. They're all due to these monstrosities.
Chapter 1.
the giantization of the Marowak. It is speculated that the giantization of the Marowaks was achieved via the powerful magics found within fine black stones. Chapter 2. The Origins of the Marowak. Records regarding the Black Camp tribe state the following. Upon the death of the 6 witches, the chief of the Black Camp tribe declared himself the Great Founder and united all 6 tribes under one banner. The Great Founder was an ambitious man, blessed with the wisdom of the 6th witch Cahel. He was able to successfully command Queen Mercedes and her loyal legion of Marowaks. However, even with the collective wisdom of the witches at his disposal, he was unable to overcome the dragons that threatened them. The 5 tribes who had left their homes to join the Great Founder were enraged. A confrontation thus ensued, during which he was stoned to death. WuKung, the Great Founder's son, witnessed his father's death. He vowed then. Chapter 3. WuKung. I am WuKung. I call out to the 6 tribes. Hear me, see me, know me. As the son of the Great Founder, I seek to make amends for his inexcusable failings. It was his mistake that led to us being covered in dragon blood and suffering as our bodies exponentially grew and our skin hardened. But with this newfound power and the wisdom bestowed upon us by the 6 witches, we will become masters of the dragons. And we shall devote this strength solely to the prosperity of our 6 tribes. For we are dragon hunters. For we are the Sherakan! Wielding the might of the dragons, we will erect monuments, symbols of our strength, and sell dragon eggs so we will never want for coin!
You think you have time to bury your nerve? How did you... I was barely even gone. Can't even take care of one lone fox. There he is.
Such enthusiasm is the prime virtue of all my specimens.
Oh, a smart guy. And you let everyone know it?
Of course. Of all the specimens I've seen, you are the 2nd most perfect yet.
Perfect, you say? Well, you've got a good eye for sure.
And what do we have here? 2 more specimens? I'll finally be able to create a friend for Tori as well. I'm always on the lookout for new materials for my experiment. Just one moment. That smell. It's the scent of Baron Dantes, no? Ooh, I'm jealous. How was it? Was it wonderful for you?
I shall offer myself willingly for experimentation once I've no regrets left in this world. So I but ask that you let us pass this once.
What? But I already stamped my paw on the contract.
How about a trade? This poisonous
My word. You've even been graced by the dear Queen, the Queen at Bronte's Bolt? Truly remarkable you all are. I guess it'd be a waste to experiment on you. I do want to share, but...
Strapped for time. We must head to the Mountain of Eternal Winter. So I'll ask you this only once. Is there any way to stop Queen Mercedes from planting the winter tree seed?
That's it. That's exactly what I was experimenting on. I've something to share with you regarding that mountain as well. Please, please give me a chance to awe and amaze.
Look, on behalf of all geniuses, I assure you, we won't regret letting this man speak. What do you say?
One look, that's all. It'll be a waste of time to stop you, it seems.
Huh? Wait. Ah, Tori! You fool! I'm sorry. My faulty specimen, it's in one of its moods again. This time it has dumped all my research and materials into the Black Lake. Could you go Could you go retrieve them in my stead? I don't mix well with water. Could you go retrieve them in my stead? Could you go retrieve them in my stead? I don't mix well with water. It's in one of its moods again. This time it has dumped all my research and materials into the Black Lake.
I shall offer myself.
Could you go retrieve them in my stead? I don't...